This is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, ultimately, the Red Sox hold on for a one-run victory against the Dodgers Sunday afternoon. You do have a couple of concerning situations with the Red Sox, Buehler and Chapman. Buehler not effective all over the course of his outing, and Chapman leaving the game in the eighth inning. Hopefully it's not an injury, maybe just working the second straight game, maybe not altogether with it on Sunday, but Jordan Hicks certainly got the job done in relief of Chapman in that eighth inning, and then locking it down in the ninth as well. Sox take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers after dropping the opener. Their 24th comeback win of the season, now 7 games over 500. With that, we welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and storyteller, show host. I've called games from Tokyo, Japan, Dodger Stadium, Target Field, Minute Maid Park in Minneapolis, Kauffman Stadium, Jacobs Field, Globe Life in Arlington, and LaLasha Park in Lowell, Massachusetts. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast sponsored by Monarch Money. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com, and you'll receive 50% off on your first year. You know we are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. If you're on board with us and live on the Locked On Red Sox postcast on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, audience participation is certainly encouraged. We want to hear from you, our Royal Rooters, our everydayers, and our first-timers. You can also follow on the X at Lennox on Baseball with questions, comments, or concerns. There might be concern with Aroldis Chapman right now. Don't have Nesson on in the TV in the background right now. First Nesson reference, by the way. But Chapman is fastball velocity. Lou Merlone, Will Middlebrooks were touching on it in the sense it was 94, 95 miles an hour. That's not Aroldis Chapman pitching in that eighth inning. Again, it's a wait and see with Chapman. And again, we do want to hear from you. If you're with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, hit that comment button and join the conversation. Sox, for the 8th time this season, take a series after dropping the series opener. And Sunday, their 24th comeback win of the season. How about that for a couple of numbers of the day?
This is what you'll be talking about.
Comeback victory for the Red Sox as they get 3 runs in the 5th inning against Dustin May. And May, boy, he struck out the side. Bregman, Duran, and Story in the 3rd inning. And you're thinking, this guy's on his game. He retired the side in order again in the 4th inning. Cedar Rafaela retired in the 5th inning on a ground out, 1 out, bases empty. And Abraham Toro, breaking an 0 for 11 at the plate, reaches with a single, scores on a triple off the Green Monster by Roman Anthony. He did stay in the game, hit by a pitch, and scored a run in the 1st inning. Hey, the Red Sox scoring, not only first, but scoring a run in the 1st inning. We'll get into that as part of Numbers of the Day coming up here in just a moment. But after the Roman Anthony RBI triple, Alex Bregman comes to the plate and delivers big time. 13th home run of the season, 10th go-ahead hit, and RBI of the season for Alex Bregman, and that put the Red Sox up. May came back, retired the next 3 batters. So the Red Sox on top at that point in time, 4-3. And that turns out to be the final score. They did not score the rest of the way. Buehler, Walker Buehler, facing his former team, did not make it out of the 5th inning. But the bullpen, again, Buehler 4 2/3, gives up 3 earned runs. The disturbing number, the 5 walks. You can't be walking the ballpark. Miguel Rojas, on-base machine. But after Buehler is done in the 5th inning, Bernardino, a 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit, no runs. Weissert did a nice job. 1 inning, no runs. Wilson, 1 inning, a hit, no runs. Chapman got an out, walked 2 in that 8th inning. And then Jordan Hicks comes on. Jordan Hicks comes out of the bullpen. Remember, earlier in the week, did not do well in relief on the road in Philadelphia. But the at-bat of the game, you could say it's Bregman's home run. I'm going to make that argument, though, against today, because Teoscar Hernandez is at the plate. Lines 1 to second. Cedar Rafaela, playing out of position, playing second base, catches the line drive, dives towards the bag at second as his momentum was going in that direction. Pinch runner Kim called safe initially. Replay, Dave O'Brien, Will Middlebrooks, Lou Merlone, they had it. Great camera angles all around. and it simply shows Rafaela getting the glove to the bag before the hand got in there, out double play, inning over. That's the at-bat of the game because Hicks was sort of on the rope right there. Then in the ninth inning, gives up a walk to Conforto. Michael Conforto struggling all season long for the Dodgers. Well, he had 3 extra base hits on Sunday, walked, and then Ruiz pinch running, stolen base. So the tying run in scoring position, Tommy Edman at the plate. Will Smith on deck came into the game earlier, and he was on deck, but Tommy Edman grounds out, ball game over. Red Sox pick up the victory. Again, 8th time this season, winning a series after dropping the series opener. Great win, comeback win on Saturday. Terrific win, comeback win on Sunday as well. 7 games over 500. The next 3 on the road against the Twins in Minneapolis. That series starts Monday night at Target Field. But the Red Sox, with the win, they've now won 5 of their last 7 series overall. They've won 4 straight series at Fenway Park, and they continue to win at home. I said last year, this team needs to learn how to win at home. With all the young players in the lineup, they have made Fenway Park back, and they've turned it back into a home field advantage. Now, plenty of Dodger fans at Fenway over the weekend, but the Red Sox take 2 out of 3 in this series. Again, on the road for the next 3 against a team that I believe dropped 2 of 3 this weekend against the Washington Nationals. The Red Sox, again, pick up the victory, and we'll get to your comments coming up here in just a moment, but held to just 6 hits. And somehow, some way you managed to win the game. 33rd time this season where the Red Sox are held to 6 hits or less. And they still manage a way to find a victory. 4-5 during the stretch. Cubs at Wrigley, Phillies in Philadelphia, Dodgers at Fenway. That's now in the rearview mirror. You dropped 2 out of 3 at Wrigley. You dropped 2 out of 3 in Philadelphia. You had to win the series finale in each of those series to win and avoid a series sweep. This one, you take the finale at home against the Dodgers, and they've been scuffling. You got them at the right time. They take the opener, but the Dodgers now, they've scored 2 runs or less 9 times in their last 17 games. Their offense, you get through the 4 or 5 hitters in the lineup, Betts back in there for the final game of the series. He extends the lineup a little bit, but the bottom of this lineup, most days, most nights can be pitched to. Got to feel good about this one. And Hicks, again, getting the final 5 outs. The save, I believe I heard, is second. Chapman could be an issue right now. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it feels in the next. Maybe Alex Cora's got something going and talking about it. But now you're on the road for 3. Day off scheduled next Thursday, then home for 6 against the Astros and the Royals. The Royals out of bat and Randall Grichuk, but they also lose pitcher Kris Bubic, who was rumored to perhaps be on the trade market before Thursday's deadline. They've got a starting pitcher who goes down. Rotator cuff issue. When was the last time you heard a pitcher dealing with a rotator cuff? Usually it's in the elbow, right? Well, Bubic is down for the Royals. You play the Astros starting next Friday, 2 series against Houston. 1 at Fenway, 1 in Houston as well. That's a team that's in first place right now. But you go to Minnesota. Again, I never call for the series sweep. But in this situation, you've got to go to Minnesota, and you've got to take 2 out of 3. You're facing 3 straight right-handers in the series. Zebby Matthews, I believe, goes Wednesday afternoon in the series finale. He was terrific the other night against the Washington Nationals. But right now, you can go to Minnesota knowing you're not going to face Joe Ryan. Does Joe Ryan perhaps come back on the plane Wednesday with his new team? No, that's not going to happen. If that trade came down, it would come down probably on Thursday. But we've seen some moves here in the last couple of days. Since Thursday, when Josh Naylor went from Arizona to Seattle. What are the Red Sox now going to do over the next 4 days? They're in a good spot right now. Look out for the Texas Rangers. All of a sudden, they're hot. The Yankees did win on Sunday against the Phillies. Are we scoreboard watching? Yes, we are. Blue Jays lost on Sunday. So you pick up a game in the division, you pick up a game, or you stay even with the Yankees. Pick up any ground in the wild card there. But right now, 7 over 500 and a team effort all the way around. Offensively for the Red Sox, again, just 6 base hits. Another game, only 4 opportunities with runners in scoring position, and Bregman's home run came with Anthony at third base. There's a couple of holes in this lineup right now. Story went 0 for 3. Yoshida 0 for 3. And Yoshida hitting just 216. And really, you need more out of him. A lot of his outs are soft outs. That's concerning to me. Abreu 0 for 13. And I believe Abreu now 0 for his last 15. He's hit another funk. So you take the good, you take the bad. You win 2 out of 3 in the series, and you move on. More numbers of the day. Your comments coming up. Locked On Red Sox postcast. Feel good about this one as the Red Sox take 2 out of 3 at home against the LA Dodgers. And our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast is presented by Monarch Money. Hey, we know all about our finances on a daily basis. It becomes a daily struggle. Ever wish managing your money felt just a little easier? With Monarch Money, it can. Whether you're growing your savings or planning a big purchase, Monarch puts you in the driver's seat. It's like having your own personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money is more than just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all of your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So in addition to managing your money, you're also building your wealth as well. When you start using Monarch Money, you may soon realize once you start tracking your money, you might learn where the money's going, and it might come as a surprise. You may find that you're spending too much money in one place. Maybe it's takeout. Maybe it's subscriptions. These things we know can add up quickly. Having everything, all of your accounts available in the Monarch Money app, well, it makes it easier to manage your money on a day-in, day-out basis. If you share finances with someone, Monarch helps you stay on the same page. That's important. Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off on your first year. Locked On Red Sox postcast. Glad you're with us on this Sunday talking about a Red Sox one-run victory. And yeah, let's put on the new gear. Also sponsored by Game Day Hue. Game Day Hue makes clean, no logo gear right here, sporting it, with team-inspired colorways for every pro and college fan base. It's all about letting your colors speak for you. No giant logos, just smart, versatile style that works on game day, on the golf course, or anywhere in between. You'll love rocking it on the golf course. It's subtle, stylish, and you can still rep your team. The hat pairs perfectly with your usual gear. It also doesn't replace, but it also complements everything that sports your team's logo. It just adds to the lineup. You're going to wear your colors. You're going to wear your hats to tailgates, tee times, and just out running errands. And you're always going to receive compliments. It's the kind of hat that reps your team without screaming it. Subtle, but still says everything. And it's not just about the hats. You can also check out the split shade gloves as well, made for the golf course, or can also serve as a perfect gift to a fan who has everything. Right now, you can get 15% off with code MLB15 at GameDayHue.com. GameDayHue.com. That's GameDayHue.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals, so now is the time to load up. Let your colors talk, because colors speak louder than words. That's GameDayHue.com, code MLB15. We'll keep the hat on. We're going to get to your comments here as well. Red Sox 4-3 victory against the Dodgers. Top team in the NL West. Padres looking up at the Dodgers. Giants looking up at the Dodgers. Rockies looking up at everyone in the division and just about everyone in Major League Baseball. And you throw the Arizona Diamondbacks in there, who look like they are in complete sell mode as we approach the trade deadline on Thursday. To your comments we go. Who is our leadoff hitter? We've got a lot of time here, so let's get going here. Augusto. Way to take the series. Go Sox! ! Augusto, welcome aboard. Lucas, Hicks is getting it together. Now all he needs is the game face to go with it. Does he need to stare down the opposing team's dugout like Chapman did again on Saturday? Man, you hope that Chapman issue. I'm not saying it's an injury right now. May have just had some discomfort. May have not been all the way warmed up. But Hicks comes in. They showed him in the bullpen, and at one point, it was At one point, he's just kind of milling around, maybe doing some exercises and stuff. But he came in and he wasn't on the bullpen mound. He came in, threw his warm-up pitches, had as many as he needed with Chapman leaving prematurely, and went from there. Carlos, I had you up there. I brought you back. Sox take it. Heck yeah, go Sox. Sorry for the potty mouth yesterday. No problem. I cuss like a trucker. No, you don't. You cuss like a ball player. That's how I say it. My language is, it's foul. We're not going to leave it here. We're not going to use it here, though. So, Carlos, I appreciate that. No problem. I cuss like a truck driver, for I am one. Okay. I cuss like a minor league manager. We'll leave it at that and move on. Carlos, appreciate it. 413 finest. What a way to grind it out. Yeah, that was a grind out victory because you're down against Dustin May, and all of a sudden you scored 3 runs. Anthony RBI triple, Alex Bregman 2-run home run. Again, his 10th hit this season to put the Red Sox in front. And then the bullpen takes care of the rest of the way, and you're using your closer for the 8th inning. I don't think Chapman was going to go 2. He walked 2 in that inning. And credit to Alex Cora and the training staff for the Red Sox understanding, hey, he's not 100%. There's something there. What it is, I don't know right now. Patrick, hopefully Chapman is okay. Absolutely. But are the Sox making a case? They won the Devers trade. Hicks is cooking. Hicks is cooking. Yeah, they're making the case for that. Devers played first base again on Saturday. I watched some of that game against the Mets. Keith Hernandez, one of the all-time, if not the best defensive first baseman in the history of baseball. Noted with Rafael Devers playing first base. He had some issues. Did they win the trade? They won the trade in this sense. And Hicks earlier in the week against the Phillies, rebounding nicely on Sunday. And again, coming in a situation where he wasn't expecting to pitch in that 8th inning. And was it going to be Hicks? If Chapman got through the 8th inning, was it going to be Hicks or Whitlock for the 9th? Alex Cora might be asked that. Alex Cora might answer that. But to me, winning or losing the Devers trade, you'll spend that money in the future. Maybe in free agency, maybe locking guys up. But the fact that the Giants took all of the Rafael Devers money remaining on his contract, that was a win for the Red Sox. Hicks, promise. Kyle Harrison, pitching to AAA, he's got a lot of promise. We'll see how that works out. Eric, the Sox win the series. Could this be the start of something great? I think the start of something great already happened. I think it started with the 10-game win streak. It starts in the clubhouse. You've got Bregman, Story, Duran. This team comes to the ballpark expecting to win. So the start of something great, I think it's underway. Now you continue to build on this. Yes, 5 losses out of the first 9 out of the All-Star break, but the 10-game win streak before that really helped in the sense of it gave you some breathing room. You knew it was going to be hard. You lost the opener after dropping 4 of 6 on the road trip through Chicago and Philadelphia, but then you come back and win 2. So this is underway. 4 and 5 is not the worst, especially the way it started out, dropping 2 out of 3 in the first 2 road series in Chicago, in Philadelphia. Thunder Road, huge win, keeping the faith. Love you, Steve. Hey, right back at you, Thunder Road. Thank you. Appreciate that. Nick, not going to lie, I'm really worried about what may be wrong with Chapman. But way to go, Red Sox. For them to win the series is very encouraging. Nick, 100%. I'm not going to – hey, there's concern, yes. Is it at level 9 or 9.5 right now? I don't know because I don't believe there was anything that Chapman showed prior to this. This maybe came from left field, and this is something brand new. Now, could it go in a hurry? It can. But it might also have been precautionary. Danny, ugh, they keep dragging me toward the naive state of believing in them. We should make up T-shirts, Danny. Elsa's dad checking in. Get Donovan for second base and get Cedon back to center field. Donovan from the Cardinals would be interesting. Worth at least, I've seen that on social media, worth at least a text exchange or some emails. Is that Chaim Bloom making decisions right now, or is that Mosaic? Chaim Bloom be like, yeah, give me 18 of your top 21 prospects. Danny, yes, CF had an amazing play at second base today, but why not keep him comfortable in center field? Call up Vaughn. There's something with Vaughn. I don't know. if he upset somebody, he should just send apology cards to everybody in the organization. Everybody. A text message. Hey, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to do it. Apologize. Let's move on. I don't know why Vaughn Grissom's not in the big leagues. They've had plenty of opportunities to bring him up. Meyer on the IL. Hamilton comes back up. Even at AAA, Vaughn Grissom's shown he's got the hot hand right now. Maybe you try to play that in the big leagues. I don't know why the question hasn't been asked. If it's been asked, the answer is not acceptable right now. Give the guy a shot. Don't wait till September. And I've seen people say, put Vaughn Grissom in a deal if you make a trade here. Let him get an opportunity. If you're not going to give him the opportunity, and right now it speaks volumes that the Red Sox are not giving him the opportunity, let him go get it somewhere else. I don't know what it is with Vaughn Grissom, but they're not bringing him up. Shermy. Woo. That's how it's done. Let's go Red Sox. Great redemption for Hicks. Yes. Bats can still be improved. Absolutely. But worked when they needed to. Yeah. You just don't want the collective funk. I mean, if you've got 3-4 guys going in the lineup, but in May it was almost 1 through 9 in the lineup. No one was producing. In June, everyone grab a bat and get to the plate. Want to be in the lineup. And again, good pitching. The Cubs series, you can't go without saying that. Cubs series and the Philly series as well. And you're not going to face Joe Ryan in the upcoming series in Minnesota. Shermy. Raffy with the double play was filthy to close that at that 8th inning. He just has. I mean, remember, he played shortstop last year. Best position, center field. He's going to win a Gold Glove out there. But, man, he can, wherever you put him on the field, up the middle last year at second and short, he played terrific defense. Center field, again, best position. But that double play was huge. Momentum was going in that direction, got the glove there, and understood, I got to get there with the glove, can't get there with a foot. That was great. And once you knew, that was a quick review. That was, hey, yep, he's out. Dave O'Brien, Lou Merloni, Will Middlebrooks had it. Great camera angles on Nesson, and he was out. And they're starting to notice it and show it, describe it more. When a team knows that out is recorded and the inning's over, that team, the Red Sox in the 8th inning, they left the field. They know it. Hey, we'll get a head start here. We'll get a head start. Seth, big series win. Just prove this team can beat anyone. They can. Absolutely. And I think a while ago they started proving it to themselves, and I think that was important. Danny, I'm afraid they can't keep marching Buehler out there. Yeah, and Buehler sort of falls down on the list. We got 2 more minutes to go here. But yeah, I mean, he's fighting himself. Too many walks and just not in good situations. Well, he's nervous facing his former team. I don't want to hear any of the excuses. He knows where he's at. And whether it's Houck or Dobbins down, that myth of pitching depth, which I don't believe exists anywhere in baseball. You've got to go with Buehler. I mean, Harrison, maybe you give him a shot. Was good last time out with AAA Worcester. Elsa's dad, the Red Sox are massively sacrificing defense because they don't have an infielder that can hit 250. Go buy one. I don't disagree. But you've got some holes. You've got holes on the right side of the infield. Toro, he's improved. And boy, he's giving you just enough to really, not bemoan the point of you weren't, Grissom they put it. I mean, they've tried a whole bunch of different guys at AAA and at the major league level at first base. You didn't have anything behind Tristan Casas. Lost him to an injury for the season. You're lucky Toro's giving you what he's giving you. You really are. But now at second base, you want the defense. And it's sad to say, but Rafaela might be a tick or 2 above defensively at second over Hamilton, over Gonzalez, over Sogard, who's at AAA. The Meyer injury is big because what he was doing was he was playing terrific defense at that second base position. He's going to be out. Michael, team win. Couple more here. Rapid fire. Patrick, great win. Hate how they are starting to get hurt here and there. Long season. So it's expected 100%. Hicks coming through was clutch. Yeah, and you picked him up in a trade. Oh, that was for Rafael Devers. And Alcala was a trade with Minnesota. Jules, Cora, dumbest mammal on the planet. Come on, Jules. Come on. Really? How is that? Mittagger, 4-5 in the stretch, acceptable, not perfect, but acceptable given who they played. Yes. Jules, come on. Where are we going with that, Jules? There was another comment there. Jules, MLB, non-contact sport, has more injuries than the NFL. Why? Analytics. Hey, Roman Anthony stayed in the game. Jules, I'm not sure what you mean with that comment. George White, you got a couple in there on Alex Cora. I'm going to give Jules one more. Duran, not aware, 2 outs. Bench. Come on. Come on, Jules. We're better than that. George's going to get the final word. George, good gritty game. Pen held. Buehler is really not a starter given the amount of walks he is giving up. Unfortunately, with Houck and Dobbins done, Sandoval in witness protection. Looks like he's not going to pitch this year. He is still pitching. Yeah, he's getting those opportunities. Duran, base running mistake. Yeah, that's covered up and we forget about it because of the fact that they come back and win this game. You take 2 out of 3. What's next? 3 in a row in Minnesota against the Twins who are struggling to get back to 500. You face 3 straight right-handers, and Joe Ryan is not pitching in the series. Take 2 out of 3. If you win the first 2, you put yourself in that spot to take all 3 in Minnesota and come home for 6-3 against Houston and 3 against Kansas City. As always, we tip our cap to you. As always, we want to acknowledge our sponsors as well. Game Day Hue and Monarch Money. We do appreciate you being on board with us. And again, thank you to our everydayers, our first-timers, and the Royal Rooters. We're on board with you within minutes of the final out. Game 1 of the 3-game series against the Twins Monday night. Locked On Red Sox Postcast, number 1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, everybody. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, every day.